Good morning, all. Everyone is getting old. Nobody can avoid getting older, even though health and medical technology is getting developed. Joshua in today's chapter 23 was getting older as well. He was not a young leader anymore. In today's chapter, almost the end of the book of Joshua, next time is our last time with Joshua. In today's chapter, Joshua shares his experience of God throughout verses. He's talking about God's help and guidance throughout the journey to take the land of Canaan, like the promised land of God. He had a faith story to share with others. Hey, I experienced God in this way. And he not only had a faith story, but also had inheritance from God to give to the next generation. Because he led the Israelites to win over other nations, he could distribute the land of Canaan to each tribe of the house of Israel. Therefore, Joshua had confidence in God, even though he got older and older. Friends, what are you filling your lives with? Are you filling your lives with a story and inherit the testimony of God? More you live your lives, more you have a faith story and testimony of God. Let us fill our lives with the story and testimony of God, so that we may also have inheritance from God to give to our next generation. Joshua says in today's chapter, verse 6, like this: Therefore, be very steadfast to keep and do all that is written in the book of the law of Moses, turning aside from it neither to the right hand nor to the left. By doing this is what Joshua did actually in his life. By doing this, he could fill his lives with the testimony of God and inheritance from God. Let us think about riding a bike. When we ride a bike, we need to keep going. Once you stop, you should be turned aside to the right or to the left. Like riding a bike, we need to keep going. We need to keep focusing on God and keep going without ceasing to follow God's way. Verses 12 and 13 say like this: For if you turn back and join the remnant of these nations left here among you, and make marriages with them, so that you marry their women and they yours, know that the Lord your God will not continue to drive out these nations before you, but they shall be a snare and a trap for you, a scourge on your sides, and thorns in your eyes, till you perish from off this good land which the Lord your God has given you. It's talking about intermarriage age. At the time, the intermarriage age between the Israelites and the other nations was not just marriage, but also it was about idolatry. It was about turning themselves back on God. Therefore, Joshua kept warning them to avoid idolatry in any forms and encourage them to be holy by focusing on God. Let us be holy. Joshua filled his life with God so that he could leave inheritance from God to the next generation. Friends, what would you fill out your lives with? Let us fill our lives with God by focusing on Him, without turning aside to the right or to the left, that we may be holy as well. Then, more we get older, as time goes on, more we will have confidence in God like Joshua. So friends, you already read until 23 chapter of the book of Joshua, and next time is the last time. So how was your journey? Yes, book of Joshua was a long journey. However, there is just a clear point in this book. We need to keep focusing on God without turning aside to the right or to the left. We need to keep going, focusing on God, paying attention to Him. Then we should have confidence in God as time goes on, as we get older, no matter what. Let us have that confidence.